Welcome to Rome. In this vlog, we're taking you along as we explore some of the city's most famous landmarks and hidden corners. We started at the Vatican, where we had the incredible chance to see the Pope give a speech, and later walk through the holy doors of St. Peter's Basilica, a moment pilgrims from around the world come to experience and one we'll never forget. From there, we continued exploring, surrounded by stunning architecture, ancient history, lively piazzas, and of course, plenty of tiramisu along the way. Come join us for one unforgettable day in Rome. You won't want to miss out.
Good morning. We're in Rome today. We've got pretty much just one day here. We leave really early tomorrow. So we're going to see a few things and show you guys what we get up to today. We started the day in the Vatican. So we came here nice and early just to have a look around. And we didn't know this, but the Pope was giving some kind of speech. So we went in the main square and saw the Pope speaking already. Didn't really understand anything because it was in Italian. But yeah, now we're just walking around and we're going to explore the city.
And as we're walking around, we came across the Holy Steps.
I thought we had climbed the holy stairs in Rome, but it turns out we were near the Vatican, not the actual site. The real holy stairs, known as Scala Sancta, are across the city near St. John Lateran, Rome's cathedral. According to tradition, these were the steps Jesus walked during his trial under Pontius Pilate, brought to Rome in the 4th century. Pilgrims climb them on their knees in reverence. So if you're looking for the true holy stairs, don't stop at the Vatican, head east to the Lateran.
So if you want to see some good views of the city, there's a good spot we found, kind of a park on the top of the hill, which is not too far away from the Vatican. We walked here in 20 minutes, and it's right next to this big monument here, which is called Faro de Roma, I think, so maybe Monument of Roma. But right from the top, there's amazing views over the whole city. There's even a cafe up here as well, so it's a nice place to come and stop for a drink as well if you want to.
So we're currently in line. We really hope that this line is for the holy doors, which are open only every 25 years. And it is open this year because this year is Jubilee year. We've been waiting in the sun for like an hour, hour and a half. And if we're in the wrong line, I'm going to be so sad because there's so many lines here and it's hard to tell what line is for what. Why is my heart racing? That's the holy door.
Is that it?
Yeah.
These are the holy doors of St. Peter's Basilica. They're sealed most of the time and only open during a Jubilee year, a special time for spiritual renewal. Walking through them isn't just symbolic. To truly receive the grace, Catholics are called to go to confession, attend Mass, receive communion, and pray for the Pope's intentions. It's a chance to leave the past behind and start fresh. Even if you're not religious, the message is the same. Real change begins when we take a step and follow it with action.
So we're now on our way into the center. We're going to look at some of the old monuments and kind of do a tour of those, see what they're like. But I think first we're going to find some lunch. So I think we fancy some pasta since we're in Italy. Now we're crossing the river and it's quite scenic. It's quite a nice color, especially in the sun. And there's already loads of monuments around, like there's this old church here. The other side, there's some other nice rivers and this castle, which is called Castle of Sant'Angelo. And there's some palace behind it. So I think we haven't even got to kind of the main old center yet, but it's already looking really nice.
So we made it to La Bodega Pacifico Cocina Roma, and I got cacio e pepe. Guy got kind of like a bolognese type of pasta sauce. I'm gonna have a little bite. I honestly couldn't decide what to get, but this looks really good. It's really good. And it's al dente, which I like. Really nice.
So we've been roaming around the streets and we're on the way to the first monument. I think we've got a few to see, but we walked past this tiramisu place and it claims that it's the best tiramisu in town. We checked it out on Google, it's 4.7 stars, so it's respectable. Is it the best tiramisu ever? I don't know. In town, well, I also won't know, but we couldn't resist trying it, so That's good tiramisu. It's really good tiramisu. I don't know, it's soft. It's like the right, perfect consistency, the perfect mix. Should I stop? Oh, okay. Shall we go there? We nearly got run over by an angry Italian, but the tiramisu is really good. Like, it's super, like, it's really soft. It's the perfect consistency of like soft, spongy biscuit soaked in coffee. The like creamy stuff is like, I don't know, it's just simple, delicious, enough chocolate powder on top. I like it. And they also have a bunch of different flavors. So they had like strawberry, pistachio, peanut butter. I had to go for the classic because I just love tiramisu. But Ali got the pistachio one, so now she's gonna taste it.
Okay, and I typically don't like tiramisu because I don't like chocolate and I don't like coffee. But I decided why not just have a little cup and give it a taste. Honestly, it's not bad. It's quite nice. I want you to taste it.
I want to try the
Guy's gonna be like the judge on this pistachio tiramisu. Well,
That's nice too. It tastes like, almost like regular tiramisu. You don't really feel the coffee, no?
yeah, not really.
You don't really feel the coffee. You do feel the chocolate on top because it's chocolate powder. But the pistachio flavor gives it a nice kick. I think I'll give it to them. I've not had all the tiramisu in Rome. I'm sure there's a lot of good ones, but this is a good one.
What would you rate it out of 10?
I think I agree with Google, 4.7 out of 5, which is 9.5, roughly. Is that too high?
That's his highest review yet.
Let's give it a 9.
He always gives everything a 7.
Round down to 9. We made it now to the first monument. We are at Piazza Navona. Don't know what it means. New place, new square. But there's this big old museum-looking building, and then this big kind of spire or monument thingy, and a couple of fountains as well. Okay, so we're coming up to the second point of interest now. Only a few minutes walk from the last one, and we're just walking through these old, really nice streets, and actually around every corner there's like old churches and historic buildings. It looks very nice. But yeah, this one here is one of the main ones, which is called the Pantheon. Really old historic Roman building. There's kind of like a temple and now a church. And yeah, it's known for its like shape, I guess, but also the dome on the top, which has this little oculus. I don't think we're going to go in because apparently it costs €5, so I don't think we want to spend €10 for us both to go in.
But yeah, it's another monument you might want to put on your checklist if you come here to Rome.
And the area is super cool as well, just roaming around these streets. There's also this fountain again, another fountain and monument in front of it. And what's cool about Rome, it's super hot, but they have these little fountains throughout the town, and you can just refill your water bottle. So you don't really need to keep buying water, which is quite useful.
I got a little hat, an Italy hat for €5. How does that look?
Stop you getting burned as well.
I don't get burned.
So we're approaching the next monument, which is the Trevi Fountain, which is apparently really famous, like the really nice looking fountain.
It is packed.
But yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take us to get there, if we'll even be able to see. Because it's just full of people trying to get through. But we're absolutely packed in, can barely move. I don't think there's any chance we're going to be able to actually get to it or next to it to actually see it properly. But we might be able to shuffle through this crowd and just about see some on the side. Well, it looks like there's actually a line somewhere, I guess, to queue and go in and stand even closer to it. People on the side, people there. I guess then you get a really good view. It's a nice looking fountain. It's pretty impressive. But I wouldn't say it's super enjoyable to be here with so many people, not being able to get close, just being barged by everyone.
I have seen like other influencers, not that I'm calling ourselves influencers, but other influencers come here super early in the morning and there's literally no one. So they get like the best shots of the Trevi Fountain but I think they're here at like 6, 7 a.m., like super early. So if you want a good shot, you're gonna have to wake up early.
To be fair, it is like 3 p.m., probably the busiest time on a Saturday. But yeah, super packed.
I got a little spritz. This is a little limoncello spritz. I've never had one before, by the way, so this is gonna be a live taste test. Oh, it's strong. I think I prefer the normal spritz, but above all, I prefer the Hugo spritz. But the Hugo spritz was not on the happy hour, so that's why I went for this. It's good, I'm gonna drink it, but it is strong.
They also brought us some bruschetta, which is like bread with some tomato on top. That was the happy hour offering, was a spritz and a bruschetta for only €7. So actually, it's pretty good value.
We have ordered our second round of spritz.
I think we should take that off here.
All right, so we've made it to the Forum, and this was basically like the center of the Roman city. It had a couple of markets, government buildings, and all that type of stuff. As you can see, only a couple things remain, but it is still very interesting, and you still have a lot of tourists that come here to check these places out, which is quite cool. All right, guys, our final stop of the day is the Colosseum. We've walked so much today, but it's been so much fun because we've been walking, eating, drinking, sightseeing. So although we do feel tired, it doesn't feel too bad. I guess this is going to conclude our vlog today. I think it's a great place to end our day. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!
Peace.